Hello, Lou Hamilton from Audible Elegance in Cincinnati, Ohio. We are located a couple doors north of the Montgomery Inn, right across the street from Montgomery Cyclery. We do work on X, Instagram, and Facebook. I also write a blog which has an important January one about the journey that my wife and I have been on. And tonight I thought I'd take the opportunity to talk about a subject called what happens to your purchased digital movies, music, and ebooks when you die. This is the title actually of an excellent article published on KSL out of Utah. I continue to read their sites because they actually have some really good stories. This was published December 5th of 2023. And they had two stories in here about where one family was able to maintain or have access to the digital music or digital formats that one of their parents had purchased or owned, and another one where they didn't. And in the case of where they didn't, what happened was the account was tied to a cell phone number of the father, and it would occasionally receive codes and things. And when he died, they didn't think about all of his ebooks, and so they terminated his cell phone service. And lo and behold, when they tried to access information that was digitally stored in a cloud, it was no, it's gone. And the companies make their money with these services, and of course they're not interested in having it go on forever for free for anyone else. It's kind of an individual purchase. I was alerted to another situation by Zach where people had a particular music service that essentially collapsed. Kaleidoscope, I think was the name. And while they came back, it was a 2-year hiatus where nobody had any access to what they had put up on the cloud. So you have to be real careful about these digital purchases because they are essentially ownership or property of the subscriber, and when the subscriber passes, it can go in all sorts of directions. So if you're using such services, you might look into it. If nothing else, certainly have a book with codes and numbers and all sorts of things, whatever they use, so that anyone else can continue to have access to it, at least for the time that you can. So it's a great article out of KSL. I would encourage you all to pull it up and take a look at it. It's worthy reading and well written. So that's another interesting little tidbit from Audible Elegance in Cincinnati, Ohio.